Hey friends, it's day number 50 here at House of Dots.
Yeah.
And let me flip the camera around so you can see the unicorn that she's working on.
Yeah, and I'm actually a terrible painter. It requires a lot of patience and little details. I'm not sure I'm really liking it quite yet. We're working with the yellow right now and trying to add it in there. But it's like this thing's so old and been out here so long that a lot of the definition, like what you would see that you should paint, just kind of like melted a little bit or something. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it was just really dirty. My friend spray painted it for me white because unicorns are white. So we're working on the saddle. And then I'm going to do the mane. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do some sort of a rainbow mane. I've come up with a couple color combinations like that right there. The pink and the blue and the yellow and the green. And then this will be silver and sparkly. So, yeah, and then the eyes will be blue. So I'm pretty excited about this unicorn. And it's going to go on the top of my 3-tier table thing. And so there's a lady on top of it right now, and she's mesh. And I wrapped lights around her, these like ones that are like those copper line wire lights. And of course, they're so delicate. By the time I was done wrapping it around every single wire, it broke. So it never did light up, and it's very disappointing. So this is going to go in that place. Because if it lit up, you would see it. But without it being lit up, you can't see this mesh lady in the tree. Maybe we'll take a look at that so you can see where this is going to go. But yep, it is hard. I was never a big painter. I don't know which brushes to do what with and things like that. So I'm messy. I always have to come back and touch up. Like this is all got to get retouched up again. But it's kind of like one of those things I want to get better at. And part of it is like one of the things I found is if I like kind of hold one arm with the other, it makes it easier to keep it steady and stuff. So I found that helped. And that was just a happy coincidence. I'm not sure why I had my arm like that. And I was like, oh, look at that. It stays where I want it to go. And but then I also hate the fact that I'll end up in like a squat position working really hard on one little spot. And then when you go to stand up, you remember how old you are.
I have you know what? I have a little sitting stool. Do you want that?
Yeah, probably not. This is because I just up and down and up and down. I mean, I guess I could probably put it like in a better spot, but I think that's part of how my artwork is that it's always in some awkward position. I don't think I've ever had like a nice, clean, well-organized studio. It's always whatever table that has some space or an area that has a little space that I can work in. That's in the shade. Because the sun is now out, for sure. So, yep. But yeah, do you want to see where this is going to go?
Sure.
All right, sunglasses. Now, we have to wear sunglasses all the time. I'm going to be one of those people that has like a super, super brown nose and like white lines on your face. That'll be cute. That's why I really don't like wearing sunglasses. I almost never wore sunglasses, and then I refuse to squint, which maybe that has something to do with why I ended up with cataracts. Who knows? But, yeah, I was never a big fan of sunglasses. I don't like the fact that they leave a line on your face. And then they just sit on your nose. I don't like it. So this guy, right? Nobody ever sees her. She's always been there, though. And you see the lights. It's these little delicate freaking things, and I thought I got this back connected, so I probably broke it in 15 flipping places. See, I wrapped it around. I thought it was gonna look so good. You wait that first day for it to charge up, you come out and you're like, what? It's really sad. And I have another string of these, and all I had to do was just wrap it around this way, and it would have still looked really, really good. But no, I wanted to just see all the detail, and I messed it up.
So this is where the unicorn is going to go?
Unicorn right there.
Like, how are you going to position it?
I think I want to try to do it up like this. We'll have to look at them, but I think the way that the pole can go in it, I can have them kind of standing up.
Like this pole?
No, that'll probably come down. That I don't remember why I put that there. This was going to be a dining room table. But then I realized that nobody wants to talk through the middle of something like this. Like you can't see people on the other side. So she is actually probably going to go in the Alice in Wonderland dining room. and going to be a centerpiece in there. Maybe a big Alice, a lit up Alice. I don't know. I've wanted to do something more interesting with that after I bombed the lights. I couldn't believe that happened. But, yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, so where else do we want to look at? Or do you want to go on a little merry journey around?
Like just
whatever you want to
tour.
do.
You know, I
mean,
haven't
don't know.
actually done a tour on here. I mean, I'm doing like specific exhibits.
Yeah, you've done some stuff in
but
there.
I haven't done. Do you want to do like a big tour, a half tour,
We can do like a minor tour.
a general tour?
Right on.
Yeah.
Do you want to? You've looked in there before, right? The Skeleterrarium.
I've done a short about it, but I haven't done any video.
Right.
I haven't done
Let's
any
get
other
up in here.
videos of exhibits
This
except
is a
for
fun
Alice
one.
in Wonderland.
So we have.
There's
starts
Joycey.
with Joyce.
Joyce.
Starts with the mummified mermaid, and the pirate that she ate. Right, her last boyfriend too, and the treasure she stole. Yep.
Wow.
And then
That's
up
quite a
inside
story.
here, I'll go in with you, so this is more fun this way. So we just recently got a baby to go in the carriage, so that's fun.
Oh.
I did want to do a baby killer cheerleader baby killer exhibit, and I might still do that. But we've got one baby and then her little boy, and then that's Mystic Valerie. She's happy to give you your fortune.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's super creepy. And that's like her dog, right? The other dog. And here's a picture of her when she was alive. Or so the story goes.
Oh my goodness.
Right? Look how some of that is. Right? Mm-hmm. And then that's the creepy part. Yeah. Don't mind my fingernails. I know I need a manicure. Ain't got time for such stuff anymore. So then we got our bones. This is one of my favorite from actually right on Bombay Beach, on the beach. It was like just up the way a little bit. But it probably fell in from the canal. They don't like salt water. This actually was a recent gift. It's a pelican wing. Came all the way from Baja. I know. I don't think I'm supposed to have that one, actually. Shh. So then we have one of the skull collections, and I just got those guys, too. See, when people ask where this stuff comes from, it's just like, over the course of 1 week, I got 2 new items. Real, like, you know, animal things. So these are owl talons, I think. At first, they thought they were hawks, but they're furry, so I'm thinking they're owls. And like little muskrats and stuff.
This?
This one, I think it's a heron of some kind.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then that's like a leg that could potentially be for, you know, well, I don't know. That's too short to be a heron's leg. But that's a long flipper. Maybe a duck. That's sad. And then I think that's a deer, I think. Yep. And a little bird. Another bird. Yeah, then there's some in that case right there. I started taking them out and doing stuff with them. It's like, I know. Gotta stop jamming stuff in here.
It's so very cool.
And a creepy fridge. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Ooh, what's this?
It's a skin, an actual skin for either a chipmunk. Oh, it's a type of squirrel.
Oh, wow.
A particularly adorable one.
Wow.
Thanks. Like, I did not do this. This was, again, brought to me. I thought it would be kind of fun, though, to put it over one of these fake skeletons, right? And make taxidermy, but that's not how you make taxidermy. They use forms, like things that look like the shape of the animal, and then they stretch the skin over it and glue the antlers on. This is the first skull that I found here. And most of them, like that one was brought to me. This is actually like a rock, but it's a stuffed animal. It's a stuffed animal that turned into a rock. I found it I was like, oh, look at that rock. Looks just like a teddy bear head.
A petrified stuffed animal?
I know, right? I mean, I guess it's, you know, the way the silt and the clay and the sun and everything. Whoa. And it really is. It's hard like
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then we have a camel spider here, little baby one.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen one of those.
And here's a big one that I found walking past a tire. So he's missing his butt.
Oh. Oh my
Look
goodness.
at those little talons.
That is so creepy looking.
I know, and I can't believe I saw it like on the ground in a tire. I was like, what is that? I get down, I just saw the sheen of its leg. Wow. And I was like, that's a big spider. Then we got a lizard, a snake.
Oh my god.
Lots of scorpions.
Whoa.
And these guys, this one was my pet. So this guy was Zeus, and this was, I thought, someone he would like. They're not friends. Scorpions don't like to hang out with each other. He barricaded that one in this, I put a thermos in there, like a little thermos to make a cage. And so Zeus was actually about that big, like maybe even like that. He was freaking huge. Whoa. So I named him Zeus. And then this one was about that one's size when he was alive. And this one just barricaded it up inside that thermos. And then I tried to feed it a cricket. It wouldn't eat that. I tried to feed it a skunk beetle, you know, those ones that walk around their butt in the air. It wouldn't eat that either. In fact, the cricket used to hang out on his tail. He would put his tail up and the cricket would sit on top of it. It was quite adorable. And then I found out what they do eat, which is spiders. They eat spiders. They went to town on one of those giant crab spiders that live out here that look like they'd eat your face. I don't think I have one of those. And I don't think that's what that is. They're more tan, and their butt can be like the size of a golf ball. And then they scrunch up, so you barely even know they're there. And they come out at night, and they crawl along the ceilings of the trailers and RVs. And I'm not trying to scare anyone.
Oh my god.
They have a job.
Whoa.
They eat the flies that are on the roof sleeping at night. I'm not kidding. This is true. And they become your pet, and you try not to kill them. They don't bite. They just look gnarly. They come out, they're like, whang, pew, across the ceiling. They're insane. Yeah. And the way they pop out their legs, you're like, holy Jesus, I thought tarantulas were big. These guys are huge. Yep. And I'm pretty sure they're called giant crab spiders, the one I looked it up. Or orb spiders, maybe, giant orb spider. They look like an orb spider that literally took so many steroids. It's all jacked up. So we got a couple things here. This one is writer's block. Ooh. Yeah. And then just creepy dude. This used to have one of the skeletons, the baby skeleton was in here for a minute. So I lied when I said I just found one. I did just get one. But and this is body dysmorphia. Yep. Whatever it works for you. I mean, all of it's open to interpretation. And then there's another mermaid in the tub. She's not doing so well. And then my, I think that's supposed to be a piranha.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Dude, were you here when I saw these things for the first time with my new 3D vision?
Oh my gosh, no.
Dude, I came around the corner and it was
out?
like my first time to see this room with all the dimension. And I did. I screamed. I was like, oh shit. Because they just pop right out. Like before, they were cool, but not as cool as they are now. Those are pretty amazing.
Can you tell the audience about your new vision?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, people are going to get tired of hearing about this, you know.
Well, not these people. They haven't heard yet.
So I ended up having cataracts in this eye at 52. So bad that it was like a complete cloudy eye. It was looking pretty gnarly by the time they actually did the cataract surgery. And my whole life, I've had a lazy eye, which was probably this guy. And I didn't know that I didn't see depth, right? I didn't know because you don't know. You still can see things. You just don't know.
May I ask you to stand between those?
Sure.
Because the sun is...
Oh, is it affecting you? Oh, okay, right.
The sun is, well, I'm trying to get the lighting right here so we could see your face.
Oh. So when they did the cataract surgery, I came home that night. And at first, I would be in the bathroom and I'd be putting the drops in. And so I'd take the patch off and, you know, everything looked weird. Like I was on a trip in a bathroom. And when you do psychedelics, one of the first places that I would notice would be in the bathroom, how things shifted and got a little weird. So the only time I really had any type of real 3D vision was when I was tripping, or I could do one of those stereograph things. Somehow I could make that work. So I actually did see the 3D, and I thought that was a really cool illusion. And then when I got the cataract surgery done that night, sitting there, called my mom, freaking out. I mean, I'm seeing double in the distance. I was just like, this isn't good. This is not good at all. But as I focused, I was able to bring the two images that were in front of me together. And when I did that, everything popped out like how it is now. Like when I wear sunglasses and then take them off, when I take off the sunglasses, shit jumps out at me on another level. Another thing that I found out is that the way that your eyes come together, you see colors different, right? So with the new depth perception and the way that your eyes come together and focus together on something, and then you see I didn't see before. So that's been really cool. Again, by now I'm going to be struggling with doing the unicorn. I could never pick a freaking color to start with. So now it's going to be even harder. I made a joke that I only had 256 colors in a computer. But that's not true. I don't know. It's just something about how the probably the wavelengths of the colors and the way that your eyes, when you're doing this optical illusion, because that's what it is. Technically, we live in the world that I was seeing. That's how you technically see the world. But our eyeballs are real smart, and they make this triangulation type of thing that then projects the rest of the depth for us to make us see that this is in a plane, right? But before, I know there's a corner there, but I would have just seen it flat, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have seen
in
that
two
this
dimension
pops out like that.
or
Yeah.
one dimension.
Yeah.
Two.
So
two
it
dimension.
explains why I was always knocking things over because I never really saw it. It was either right here or somewhere between here and there, but often I couldn't necessarily pick, so knocking shit off tables, stuff. I'm sorry. Don't like to be a bad rating.
Oh, for swearing?
Yeah, I don't even know how that stuff works anymore. Oh, wait, one more.
I think it's supposed to be like the first 5 minutes. Oh, wow.
I used to call it a weasel, but it's not. It's a ringtail, I think.
Wow.
Ringtail something or other. He's creepy though.
Wow.
I bet he's supposed to have ears.
Yeah,
that seems to be the first thing that goes. Those are some gnarly eyeballs. So the eyes are usually a marble of some kind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with these taxidermies falling apart, you can totally see what they're made of. Look, see, like, well, you know what? We'll look at the ones in the taxidermy dinner party because they're falling apart. This guy's in pretty good shape. But, yep, they just stretch the skin over a mold of a, pretty cool, right? Oh,
So much to see in here.
I know, right?
I want to do a video only about this room.
Oh, yeah? Well, we're kind of doing it now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But
my friend Brianna just brought me
is
that.
So cool.
Check it out. It's a mummified, or yeah.
Wow.
No, what, taxidermied frog, I guess. I'm not sure, but they made it in, it's a
super
coin
cool.
purse. Like you literally can unzip it. And I guess you would, they told me it had a strap on it, but they took that off. I'm like, you should have left the strap. I would have worn this to dinner.
So that's a real frog.
It's a real frog.
Real mummified
Real
frog.
frog.
How cool is that?
Right.
Wow. Here. Wow. Yeah.
And I'm a frog. I love frogs. I've got a whole lot of frogs that hang out with my lady friend over here. So we've got the sexy frogs. Check these guys.
Sexy
out.
frogs.
Sexy frogs. We got the sexy frogs. Come on, baby, let's get it on. And then we got these guys, which this one has a, I mean, I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. This one's got
Oops.
and this one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know, man. These things just actually, I had to buy those. I think I paid like $15 a piece for those up on an island in Lake Erie. I just had to. I couldn't leave those there. No flipping way. They had to come home with me. Like I said, I kind of collect frogs. And then we got this guy here. And I just got another croaker. Are you croak, croak, croak? I need to do this down as. Oh. Can you? And then you go.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those before.
It's a croaker. I got that in Charleston.
Pretty cute.
Charleston, South Carolina. They got a cute little places you can buy stuff in this real kind of swap meaty type of thing that just goes on and on and on and on. So much stuff to buy. Yeah. But yeah, so some of my stuff from my actual life is represented here.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Very cool.
And then these guys that I got from the neighbors. I want to get another one of these. I'm like, we need two. Put them up. Put them up. So be me in class, in the remedial class, playing. So we got these 3 of them. So we're going to put some aloe veras in these guys. They'll look really cute. This one. And then
Sugar skull. Ooh. A pair of them.
And then my unicorn bottles that are so much fun. Let's see which one this is. Oh, we got to do this one first.
Oh, wow.
So it's unicorn. And then,
Wow.
so what? Unicorn butt, right? So this one I did, and I left the tail down. So this is the one for the people who don't have a sense of humor. Because this one is going to have sparkles shooting out of its ass. Yep, I painted a lot of unicorns. What do you think? I'm painting a unicorn right now.
Yeah. But you drew that.
Yeah, this is my unicorn that I draw.
Very cool.
There's one on the come in and meet dot sign. That was the first sign when I did, when I got here. And I put a unicorn on it. I've always liked unicorns. So draw them in class all the time. Draw it on all my books.
Well, we could leave this here, or we could keep going if you want to.
Oh, it's you. I'm getting thirsty. I need to get a glass of water or some water. Do you want some water? You have your little bag, but I gotta grab a bottle. I can't believe I'm drinking out of water bottles again.
I think I'm set for now.
Excellent. All right.
It's that cat again.
Yeah, that little bastard.
Wow, he's just making himself at home. He's
Yeah.
trying to knock up her kitten, her
right.
female kitten, Meows,
Right.
named Meows.
Right? Well, we think that's what's happening. She's about to go into heat, so I'm kind of afraid of that. But, you know, I'm trying to keep her protected, but man, the boys have all come to town. We got
Wow.
one that looks an awful lot like little Meows, who's like kind of tabby with white paws and a white face, and he looks gnarly, like tomcat, like just been living on the streets for a while. Yep. And then that guy, he's fixed, but there's another one running around that looks just like him, and he's not fixed, and he's young and stealthy. And there's a lot of cat cowing going on. They're all. I just listened to like a 20-minute long conversation over here. It went on for a while, just sitting in front of each other, just talking it out. I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, is it which one goes first? Or like, you got to leave town, man. There's only room for one cat over here. Like, what is the conversation they're having? And they talk a lot. They used to fight over at that tree, the bush. There's a bush on the other side that they used to fight in front of, and they quit doing that because they moved in here to fight in that tree. So hopefully they'll move back out. So I don't know. We could try to go over to the taxidermy dinner party and look at how taxidermy, when it's busted out, like how you see the nose and like the forms
let's
inside.
do it.
That's kind of cool. And then, yeah, I think I need to smoke some weed. It's pretty close to 4:20, I think. Actually, what time is it? Do we know what time it is? Got the record player up.
I can't really see right now. It's on my phone that I'm recording.
Oh, right.
on.
You're recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one's a good example. He's one. I love him with the face on it. This is just so funny to me. I just love it. But if you look at his nose, see, it's like a wooden form under there. Okay, and then they glue the eyeballs in. They drill this sucker on there, and then stretch the skin over top of this wooden form underneath. So it's truly just a stuffed animal. Ah! You're falling apart, man. He's like the dude in Austin Powers that saves his flesh. I'm gonna put that in a little container. Some of you know what reference I'm talking about. It's like, what is it, Fat Bastard or whatever? What a creepy dude. Yeah. So not a lot's changed in here. Well, we got the Barbie Horror House. That's always a fun one. And I know we haven't done it on your channel.
Started.
Oh, right on. Well, maybe we'll save it.
Yeah.
Right.
We could just do the dinner taxidermy.
So this lady was looking for these Japanese dolls, and I was like, I've got these geishas. They're like this tall. I'm not sure she would have liked them. I have another one that's face is really bad, and I'm probably going to try to glue it back together. I dropped one of her eyeballs yesterday. But what the inside of that face looks like is terrifying. And there is a Masters of Horror show, and the last episode of the first season has geishas in it. They're not so nice in that movie. I'm not spoiling nothing. You either go watch it or you don't. But it's I'm pretty sure it's the last episode of the first season. Master of Horrors. I think it's all too ridiculous. I'm almost about to shut off my Netflix now. There's never anything on Netflix. Like ever. It's a stretch. This walked in on me watching. It's a stretch. Man, it's about teenagers. I have no business watching a TV show about teenagers. But it is entertaining. All right. We could look in the bus, but I don't have the keys.
Okay, so we'll save that for another day.
Oh, did you want to do the taxidermy dinner party? We could do that real quick. That's a fun one.
Let's do
Cause
a separate video.
oh, okay, right on.
Oh.
Cute.
More I just go into depth and more detail. Take our time. I'll just let you guys look at it, okay?
Right. Well, this has been a lot of fun in here, but it either broke itself or someone may have tried to. And it's this is sometimes I'll tell stories and be like, that was my grandma's, and sometimes I go then think back and go, oh, maybe that wasn't my grandma's. But oftentimes it's something that reminds me of something that was my grandma's. But this was my grandmother's. It's a monocle, right? And so with my whole lazy eye thing and everything, I ended up with it. But it's good. Look at the it's so beautiful. This has made its way into so many pieces of art that I have done. I had it on a set of goggles that I made, and it like was just like that, and then you could close it like steampunk goggles.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I jack it off of things all the time. That's probably how it got broken. You know, most of my stuff will eventually be used in an art project, especially if you break it. But yeah, I guess we can go back over to the horse room and hang out in there if you want to continue chatting. I want to get out of the sun. It's the beginning of the season. We're not trying to kill ourselves yet.
So do you want to show to the audience you painting, or are you done with that?
What painting? Me paint?
Painting the
You can watch me
unicorn.
paint. Oh shit! You know what we did do? We freaking paintbrush over here, drying in the sun, which is not that big of a deal because it wasn't the right paintbrush. Fuck shit, we totally did. And this is why we don't buy expensive brushes. We were gone 5 minutes. Maybe it was longer than 5 minutes, but yet this is pretty much toasted. So what I do is take all of these and I'm going to put them in the ground, and they're going to be flowers, all of the paintbrushes that I've annihilated. That might come back. So, there you go. But yeah, I don't know what paintbrush I'm going to use because look, I brought some of my art with me. This is supposed to stay on his head. Well,
we can end the stream here. If that feels good for you.
Yeah, I'm good with it. It was fun having you guys hang out for the day, or for the hour.
All right, I'm going to close it myself.
Yeah,
I'll just walk off. Okay, folks, so thanks for hanging with us here at House of Dots, looking at her exhibits. Wasn't that super fun? There's always something new and interesting every single time I come here. So go ahead and hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons, and consider joining my Ko-fi community. It's the equivalent of Patreon. For a small donation one time or ongoing support monthly, you can support this channel and help it grow. So yeah, I hope to see you in Ko-fi, and I will start working on special content just for the Ko-fi supporters. I already have some content in there if you want to look at it, but I'm going to start putting some Slab City content in there as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.